Setting boundaries is essential for healthy relationships, but with narcissists, this often becomes a complex and frustrating process. While establishing boundaries can be helpful in many situations, here's why they may not work as effectively with narcissists. 1. Narcissists don't respect boundaries. Narcissists often see boundaries as limitations to their power and control rather than as guidelines for mutual respect. They may deliberately push, test, or ignore your boundaries because they don't believe rules should apply to them. Their sense of entitlement makes it hard for them to accept limitations placed by others. 2. They see boundaries as a challenge for narcissists. Boundaries can be seen as a challenge to overcome rather than limits to respect. If you set a boundary, they may view it as an obstacle to be conquered, often responding by finding ways to break or undermine it. They might manipulate situations, use guilt, or apply charm to get around the boundary you've set. 3. Boundaries trigger narcissistic rage. When narcissists encounter boundaries, it can trigger feelings of rejection or inadequacy. This can lead to narcissistic rage, a reaction marked by anger, aggression, or even attempts to punish you for daring to impose limits. They perceive the boundary as a personal attack or a sign of disrespect, leading to volatile behavior. 4. They manipulate boundaries to their advantage. Narcissists may initially agree to respect your boundaries, only to later manipulate them to serve their own interests. For example, they might use your boundary as leverage to gain something they want or twist it to make themselves appear like the victim. Their flexibility with rules is always self-serving, making boundaries ineffective in the long run. 5. They use gaslighting to blur boundaries. Gaslighting is a common tactic used by narcissists to make you doubt your perception of reality. When you set boundaries, they may gaslight you by questioning the validity of your limits, claiming you're being unreasonable, or even denying that the boundary was ever established. This constant undermining makes it difficult to maintain clear boundaries. 6. Narcissists often shift the focus when faced with boundaries. Narcissists may redirect the conversation to make themselves the center of attention again. They might accuse you of being unfair or shift the blame to you, making it seem like you're the one with the problem. By doing this, they avoid taking responsibility and keep the focus away from the boundaries you set. 7. They exploit your weaknesses. Narcissists are skilled at identifying and exploiting the weaknesses of others. If you struggle to enforce boundaries consistently, they'll take advantage of that by pushing your limits even further. They may also use your fear of conflict, need for approval, or desire to keep the peace against you, making it difficult to stand firm. 8. They expect you to break your own boundaries. Narcissists often count on you eventually caving into their demands or relaxing your boundaries, especially if they push hard enough or apply enough pressure.